Posting a project on Engineer Outsourcing is a very simple process, and best of all, for basic project posting, it's free. So, to start, post a project, simply log in the top right corner of your screen. Once you've logged in, then click the Post a Project button. That will link you to the Post a Project page as shown by the page title here. And for any of the items on the Post a Project page, if you have questions, just click the question mark in the top right of any of the fields. So firstly, for this new project, we're going to select a project title. So AutoCAD project test. That'll show as a test so providers know not to bid on the project. And it'll show the number of characters you could have. So you could have up to 100. We're using 20 in this case. Then we'll select a project category to help providers find the project on the site. So it says choose the skills and technical requirements for your project. You can make up to 5 selections on this page. So since it's an AutoCAD project, we're going to say it is a composite structure, and we're going to say the software required is Autodesk AutoCAD, of course, and there's a tooltip right there that further explains the software for most of these fields. And yeah, we only need 2 categories here, so we'll keep scrolling down. It's between 1 and 5, but you don't need to choose more than 1. And then we're going to upload any files related to this project. So the files we uploaded show there. We can select more than 1 file, and then we simply click upload files, and it'll show as the files upload. They disappear once they are fully uploaded to our server. Next, we move on to the project description. So once again, you could click the question mark if you need any description help. And we could delete any of this text. It's just optional for the buyer. So it asks a couple details like the project requirement includes the following details, so fully describing what is needed. We need a drafter. The resources and work that will be provided to help complete the job. So structure, drawings. Then the industry experience and required and what not required. That's optional as well. We could say master's degree, for example. And finally, the timeline for project completion, urgent, 1 month. Next, and of course we'll want to make this a little more detailed for an actual project posting. Next, we move on to project price range. So projects can range anywhere from $1,000 to $500,000. Typically, they're around the $5,000 to $25,000 mark. For an extra fee, we can make all the project budget proposals accepted. By clicking that button, that means they could bid above or below the posted amount. So they would be able to bid above or below $5,000 to $25,000. Next, we can select the project type that fits our requirement. We're going to say, instead of a fixed price, it's an hourly price. We need 1 to 5 staff for, of course, 3 to 4 weeks, which would equal a month, 40 hours per week, and hourly rate $15 to $20. Then we set a project end date. So this isn't the end date of the project. A month from now, this will be when our listing ends on the Engineer Outsourcing website. So we only want to list our project. Today is Monday, as shown here. We want to put it for 5 days, all the way up until Friday. We can hide the project details from visitors that are not members of Engineer Outsourcing. This increases privacy, so we'll do that. And hide the project from all users except by invite, which what this means is if we don't expressly invite the user, they will not be able to see the project. If we want to have it by invite only, we could say yes or no. That's optional. If we want to send specific invites to users, we can click this button, and any users that are on our favorites list we can select. So, for example, Sean McCallum from Corbus. We'll select them. Next, we add a bid limit. This is optional. This allows you to limit the number of bids, which increases the seriousness of a proposal. We're going to limit it at 10 bids from providers. Make this project featured on the website. This increases your awareness, so more people will be able to see it. It'll be featured on the home page and bid on by more providers. We're not going to choose that function. Hide the project from search engines. This will increase the privacy of your project. We're not going to choose that function. If the project is only open to premier providers, that simply means that only buyers that pay for a premier membership or are given one in certain circumstances by management will be allowed to bid on the project. And finally, request collaborative project management for the project. Basically, that is the project management software that we use for the website, so we're going to specifically request that software. And finally, we need to agree to the engineer outsourcing terms before we can post this project. Then we click Submit Project. It links us to the Submit Project page. It shows the complete description, the title, the attachments that we've added to the project, the budget, when it was posted, any keywords that relate to the project, the current balance of our account, which is 0, and also shown as 0 up here, and the total posting cost for the project, which is also 0 because we haven't requested any changes. If we want to modify the project further, we simply click the Modify button here, or we click Confirm to make the project live. It may take a couple days, for actually 1 day, for Engineer Outsourcing management to review the project and make sure it fits our criteria.